everyone, a very good morning viewers. You're watching Newsx and I'm Kriti Mehta. We start this morning with our focus on the US-Iran conflict. Now, the conflict in the Middle East is escalating, of course. Once again, the United States has launched another wave of strikes on Iranian targets, intensifying military operations in the region. At the same time, Washington has reportedly begun enforcing a blockade of Iranian ports, a move that could severely disrupt Iran's maritime trade and fuel exports. The latest action marks a significant escalation in tension, raising fears of a wider regional conflict and potential disruptions to global energy markets. Tehran is yet to announce its full response so far. Brian is joining us, my colleague. Brian, another round of US strikes. What is the damage that has been reported?
Well, yes, clearly as of now, the US has intensified its military campaign against Iran by carrying out a fresh wave of air and missile attacks on multiple military and strategic targets. At the same time, US naval forces have also begun enforcing a blockade around the Iranian ports, aiming to restrict the movement of military equipment, oil exports, and other supplies. The latest action also marks a major escalation in the ongoing conflict, with even Washington saying that the operation is intended to weaken Iran's military capabilities and increase, obviously, pressure on Tehran. And again, very importantly, US CENTCOM has also been giving messages of the fact that they are rounding up against Iran, and obviously these renewed strikes are also coming after days of escalation between the two countries. And very important, if we talk about the escalation, is also expected to even cause significant economic and military consequences for Iran, while even raising concerns over global oil supplies and maritime security in the region. On the other hand, Iran has also started retaliating against US bases in Bahrain. So clearly, fresh round of escalation is again taking place between both US and Iran again.
Right, Brian, stay on with me. Let's take some more breaking news updates now. US President Donald Trump has said that he would expand US strikes on Iran next week to target power plants and bridges if Tehran does not make a deal. In an interview with the US broadcaster, Trump said next week it gets really bad for them because next week comes the power plants, next week comes the bridges. We are going to knock out all their power plants, we are going to knock out all their bridges unless they get to the negotiating table. Trump's comments came as US forces carried out strikes against Iran for a fourth day in a row and reimposed a naval blockade on the country's ports. Brian, it so appears that Trump is not clear of a way out of the war, because even his own statements keep changing, especially the one when he recently said that he wants to impose a 20% tariff or toll.
Well, Katie, very importantly, yes, just a while back, we saw US president saying that he's going to impose 20% toll passing the cargo vessels, passing through the Strait of Hormuz. And again, he took that statement back, and he has now issued fresh warning to Iran, and that is going to and fro, right? Where we see that US could target the country's power plants, bridges, other critical infrastructure if Tehran fails to reach an agreement with Washington within the next week. Same state of, same strata we saw it few days back also, where Trump launched a similar warning to Iran. Not only that, Trump has stated that Iran still has an opportunity to avoid further military action, but still says that time is running out. And again, US is still continuing its military offensive against Iran, trying to give a pressure, format of pressure against Iran. It is also increasing pressure through airstrike naval operations, and it is also being believed that any attack on civilian infrastructure would mark another significant escalation that could trigger a broader regional conflict involving Iran-backed groups across the Middle East, because even IRGC, the Iranian Navy, Iranian Army are also giving many such statements that they are attacking on US bases, they are attacking on US, if you talk about Bahrain or if you talk about other places also. So clearly now there is this situation that is getting extremely volatile at this point of time.
All right, Brian, once again requested to stay on. We have some updates now from the CENTCOM as well.